Hi, I'm David.
I'm Sebastian.
I'm Carlos.
I'm Urs.
And we're Divo.
And thank you for watching Music News. See you soon.
Il Divo, it's great to see you all. Feeling good today?
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
indeed.
Thanks.
Good. Next month you start off your castles and country tour. Are you looking forward to it?
Certainly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful, amazing background, sceneries, history, and we're coming with our tour Timeless, and it's going to look spectacular.
Excellent. I mean, they're playing some absolutely amazing venues. How did the idea sort of come about?
Well, we've been kind of touring for the last 15 years, and we've obviously come through the UK quite a few times. And it's just an idea to change things up a bit, you know, not playing the same venues every time, not coming to the O2 and coming to Manchester Arena. Not that there's anything wrong with these venues, but just to bring a bit of a different element. Most of these shows are outdoors, and as Sebastian said, you know, the backdrop is going to be these beautiful castles, stately homes, these open grounds of the outdoor festivals, and what better to make the backdrop for our passionate and dramatic music. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after 15 years as well, are you still enjoying playing live just as much?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a real moment when we can show that we are real singers. Because obviously, when you are in the
Really?
studio, no, it's true. When you're in the studio, I mean, we all record separately, and then when we do the harmonies, we just come together. Obviously, when we are in a show, that's the moment that we have only one shot to show that we are a band, and we have those voices that we have, and then when we sing together, we are like a cocktail Molotov.
Definitely, and the incredible Michael Ball is joining you, quite an amazing special guest to pull out the hats for the tour. Do you know him very well?
We have crossed each other's paths a few times. I love working with Michael Ball. We recorded Love Changes Everything, from Aspects of Love on our album A Musical Affair. And he was the producer for that, and it was the first time we had met him. Carlos and I are kind of aficionados of the music theater repertoire, and so we were both aware of him. And he's just a spectacular person, consummate professional, really fun guy, really funny guy, and we had a great time. It was really easy working with him, and yeah.
Yeah, our Il Divo tickets on music-news.com are selling incredibly fast. I mean, how have you nurtured such a worldwide sort of loyal fan base?
Well, I think we've been just lucky, really, that people have loved our music since day one. Obviously, nothing comes without hard working, you know, working really hard. And we've been to a lot of places over the years. But the truth is, we would not be able to come without our fans across the world. And here, where I was told, I remember like 15 years ago, that it was the audience were, you know, they like something, but then they move on to the next thing. I didn't find that with Il Divo. I'm so amazed, because 15 years later, you know, they just come even to see us in the US when we're in the US. And when we're here, it's like an extended family to see all the fans that we get to meet actually when we do the meet and greet. And I find that really amazing, all the stories that we hear.
Yeah, I mean, 15 years ago in the UK is where you formed. Are you happy memories of that time? Or?
No, absolutely. That was spectacular. I mean, just a funny way of how we all got together with the casting of Simon Cowell, and this vague idea he had, and we all said no, not interested in the beginning, and then somehow still started working together. I remember well saying to Simon in his office, when I saw the sales awards he had, oh, I'd like to manage to get one of these one day, you know, like at least a gold disc. And I remember we did like one of the early morning TV shows in the UK in November, just like 2 weeks after we've launched, and we got a 5 times platinum award for the UK. So very happy memories of our beginnings in the UK, definitely.
I mean, back in 2003, did you think that 15 years later you'd have been sitting here selling 30 million albums?
No way.
No.
No.
It's a dream. I think, you know, for any bands nowadays, when we see a lot of acts coming out of TV shows or whatever, YouTube, they come and they go, and it's sad. It seems to be moving constantly now, but we are very lucky because we are quite. What's interesting is people don't always know about the band, but they seem to come and see our concert, and I'm always amazed at how quiet we are. Like we don't have a huge exposure, but we have a huge fan base, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean the new album Timeless is out in August. What was your thinking about that sort of song collection there?
Well, we were looking back across all of our albums as we started this process. A year ago, just about a year ago, our contract with our record company was coming to a cadence, and but we were not ready to stop. So we put our heads together and said, all right, well, what would we do if we were to make an album with us at the helm and just guiding the whole thing? And so we said, all right, well, let's look at our previous material. What is it about it, Il Divo, that makes it work? We get this question all the time. What's the one thing about Il Divo? We can't answer it. We have no idea. But what we can say is that there are so many different types of music that we've gone after. We've gone after music theater, we've gone after Latin music, we've gone after standards, ballads, pop, more classically oriented, and somehow we bring all of these songs into our universe. And so we wanted to make something that was a standout album that was just as iconic as the first one. So we started looking at all the iconic songs kind of across since the beginning of recorded music, and we were able to just narrow it down to one from every decade. And that was our impetus to just kind of, go after the most iconic songs ever written.
Yeah, I mean it couldn't have been an easy process. Were any sort of song selection disagreements, shall we say?
No. The good thing that we, being together for 15 years. We know exactly what Il Divo, what we need for Il Divo. So then, of course we give our opinions. We say, okay, we like this song, whatever. But the good thing, we are like a small family. So we just speak about music and we just decide.
Yeah, it's an incredible achievement, having sold as many records as you have. As you mentioned, you've got 160 gold and platinum albums, 50 number ones. What achievements for you individually sort of stand out as that was one of my proudest moments?
For me, singing for the Queen, for, sorry, I forgot, it's not her name, what is it called?
Which one? The show?
The 60th birthday of her 60th year of reign.
That's right.
Yeah. The Queen's.
No, because I apologize. We sang a few times.
The Jubilee, yeah.
Yeah, the Jubilee. That's the word. We sang a couple of times actually, or 3 times for the Queen, and I just couldn't remember the. Anyways, so singing for the Queen at the Jubilee, that was, to me, exceptional because first of all, I used to live here for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I had, when you live in a country, you feel the energy and the people, and you get to know the history a bit more. So I was impressed in that sense, right? I don't think there's going to be any Queen that's going to have like 60 years, is that right? In her reign. Reign? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
That's right. God, my English, forgive me right now. Out of it. I doubt it. However, I felt privileged that we were able to be invited. There's so few bands that are invited throughout the world, and we were part of that event. That to me was fantastic.
Yeah, and for yourselves?
Well, there was one. Obviously, when we did the Barbara Streisand tour, we were at the Madison Square Garden, and then in the intermission, they knocked on our door. Someone and opened the door. It was Hillary Clinton, because she was a big fan of Il Divo. So we went out. We did the photo with her, and then Bill Clinton arrived saying, "Hey, I should do a tour with you, and you're playing saxophone." So that was an amazing experience.
Ever taken him up on that offer?
Well, we couldn't do it.
It's difficult with the schedules.
Yeah.
We lost touch. We didn't change phone.
We didn't find the song for
Facebook.
him. Yes.
You've sung it in many languages as well. If you had to pick the language of music, what would it be?
Love. Excuse me, that's
very good. Very good.
Well, the main language that we always use is Spanish, that's for sure. Being a Spaniard, of course, Spain is the language of whatever you want to do.
Have you started, I know it's very early, but have you started thinking about the next project, album project?
We have.
Yeah.
We have. We're thinking about it, of course, because we have. We have. We are talking about
yes, we
it
have.
sporadically. We obviously just about started this world tour with Timeless. We started in Mexico in April. We played about 10 shows now. We're going through Europe, a few cities, and then the UK. And then we carry this on well into 2019, and we're literally playing all around the world.
Yeah,
I mean, you name it, from China to Patagonia. Yeah, probably 2019 fourth quarter. We're planning on releasing a new album, but I'm obviously not going to tell you anything more at this moment.
Live album, possibly?
No, I don't think so. We're probably going to release another DVD of this show at some point down the line, because we have come to notice that our fans do appreciate that experience very much. Whether they've been to the show and they just look at it again to remember their experience, or they didn't have a chance to catch a live show. But yeah, it's a medium that our fans enjoy very much, so I think we're going to do that again, definitely.
When you tackle a new song, do you always have quite a clear vision of what you want to achieve?
No. No, we don't. It's a funny process that we've been through. Whether it was a song that we would put forward to the record company or a song that they would give to us, you know, we'd listen to a load of different versions to try and kind of gain a sense of the potential directions it could go. But ultimately, when we would get into the studio, it would be about kind of dissecting the song into manageable, digestible chunks and seeing what the arc of the song how it would develop organically. We do kind of we know approximately where we start in Intimate, and we end big finale. How we get from Intimate to big finale changes from song to song, and we really just kind of take it one line at a time, so that we make sure that we have that build and we have that arc, but we don't blow it out too early and we don't let it dip too late. So yeah, it's really in the moment process.
I mean, you mentioned that you're playing all over the world. I mean, do you ever feel like the schedule, I mean, you're always on the move, that the schedule's too much for you?
It is in a point, but but that's what you're doing. I mean, obviously we are conscious that that's what we're doing. We are artists. We need to be on tour, because without being on tour, you're not going to go to all the. I mean, to reach all the fans that we have worldwide, and it's tough because obviously, well, you have this jet lag and time difference and everything. But that's part of the beauty of this business. I mean, you have two sides: the beauty and the negative side is just being tired. But the beauty is you just go to several countries and you meet several people.
Yeah, always in a beautiful place. Sunny London today.
And you spread the love. That's what Sebastian
Yes.
said.
We came here.
Which artists do you listen to relax away from Divo?
Tom Jones, myself.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra is good. That's what I listen to.
I love Coldplay. Coldplay is great. Tons of artists. Labyrinth. I've been listening to Labyrinth. Actually, I listen to his live stuff. I like it a lot. His writing and shares how he's doing his writing. I think there's tons of really amazing talents out there. Huge.
Yeah.
That's what social media, I think, has helped, just for people who didn't have the chance to show their talent.
I mean, we live in turbulent times at the moment. Do you think music can play a part in sort of healing the world?
Yeah.
If the world wants it. I'm not entirely convinced the world wants to heal.
Very true.
But
true.
Music is healing. Yeah.
Music is healing. Music is whatever you want it to be. That's the thing. If you want to put on an angry track and just gnash your teeth, or get depressed and have that be the soundtrack to your life, yeah, you can have that. If you want it to be the happy and sunshine of your life, yeah, it can be that. It can be deep, it can be shallow, it can be whatever you want. And that's why I say, I'm not entirely sure that the world wants to heal, because everyone has different priorities and everyone has a different karmic path in life. So, it's just a soundtrack. It's whatever you want it to be.
Excellent answer. And away from music, what would you like to do to relax?
I love going to the gym. That helps me a lot. Ever since actually, I started going to the gym when I was about 15, and on and off, depending on where I was, life-wise, career-wise. Also, obviously, with our travels, it's not always possible, but it's something I enjoy very much. And besides that, I'm a bit of a gearhead, so I like motorbikes and cars. So don't get a chance to enjoy that very much because I'm never home and can look after my toys. But
by yourself?
Myself, I'm just a little bit workaholic because I never stop. So when I should rest, I just produce other things, my own show, whatever, and then I'm always busy doing things. So that's what I do.
Excellent.
Songwriting, I love hanging out with tons of people and just go in the studio and try to have no expectation of what we have to do, what we're gonna do. So my publishing sends me to places and I go and songwrite with quite a few people, so that's amazing. And the other thing that I love is just being, obviously that's the number one thing, being with my family, with my wife, with my kids, going gardening, cycling with them, going on the beach, surfing, paddleboarding, all this kind of thing like that. I don't surf much, but paddleboarding, yeah.
Excellent.
In the downtime in between touring and recording the album, love being at home, being out in nature, and I agree with Urs, the whole working out thing. You'd be surprised how much buildup of energy there is being in this kind of lifestyle. The amount of waiting that you do, waiting to go on stage, waiting for your flight, waiting to check in, waiting for X, Y, and Z, the car ride to and from, you're waiting all the time. And there's always a buildup of energy with that for me, the best way to spend that is going to the gym, going for a good run. And beyond that, I really like being just kind of creative with whatever is crossing my path. And at the moment, that has become like a transition into directing film.
Excellent. I mean, you've achieved so much, as we've established. I mean, do you still have, as a band, sort of burning musical ambitions?
There are many, yeah, of course. I mean, I think as an artist, you can never say we made it. You need always to be there for the fans, because the fans are just expecting that you bring something new. Therefore, we just do all the time a concept album, for example. We did timeless songs from the 30s until now. The album before it was a Latino album. So you need always to give something new, and I think that's the magic of us four. We just never stop thinking to do something new.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for the time. It's been an absolute pleasure. For somebody that hasn't come across Il Divo yet, and you had to pick 4 songs to say, check these out, they sum us up as a live band, one each, what songs would you say?
I would pick Nella Fantasia.
Adagio.
Hola, our latest single.
Regresa a mí, our very first single.
Excellent. And lastly, for somebody coming along to a live show for the first time, what can they expect at an Il Divo concert?
We're going to blow your face off with our voices, with music. You're going to have a great time. There's not going to be a single moment that you're going to be longing for something else. We find this all over the world. We find the audiences are just so present with us. They're on the edge of their seats, which gives us the energy to just give them even more.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Any messages to Music News viewers out there?
No, just come to see the shows.
Music.
Yeah,
Thank you for all your support.
Yes.
Keep checking in, ildivo.com or Live Nation. You can find all the tickets online. We hope to see you. We love you and see you soon.
Or just call me.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.